The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead as I stood at the pharmacy counter. My 7-year-old daughter, Maya, leaned against me, her forehead hot with fever. She'd been coughing for 3 days straight. The pharmacist had already said what I knew. I needed to take her to a doctor, not just buy over-the-counter medicine. "That'll be $47, he said, sliding a prescription-strength cough syrup across the counter. I counted my cash. $63. Enough for the medicine and maybe gas, but not enough for the urgent care visit Maya really needed. My phone buzzed. A text from Aunt Linda. "Where are you? You promised to bring Maya's gift." I typed back quickly. "Maya's sick. Really sick. I need to take her to urgent care, but I'm short on cash. Can you help?" The typing dots appeared, disappeared, then reappeared. "We'll discuss this when you get here. Sophie's waiting for her present." My stomach sank. I looked at Maya, her glassy eyes full of trust. She thought I could fix everything. "Come on, baby," I whispered, leading her back to the car. The drive to Aunt Linda's took 20 minutes. Maya dozed in the back seat, her breathing raspy. I held the art set Maya had picked out for her cousin Sophie, a gift she'd been excited about for weeks. I'd spent $85, saved from extra shifts at the call center. Pulling into the driveway, I saw the party in full swing. Balloons, a big cake, at least 30 people laughing and celebrating. I carried Maya inside, the gift tucked under my arm. "Put it on the table," Mom said, barely looking up from her conversation with Aunt Linda. "Mom, I need to talk to you," I said quietly. "Maya needs a doctor. She has a high fever and—" "Not now," Mom cut me off. "This is Sophie's day." Jessica, my sister, came in from the kitchen with a tray of cupcakes. She looked at Maya and wrinkled her nose. "She looks terrible. You should have left her home." "She's sick," I said, trying to keep my voice calm. "I need help getting her to urgent care." Jessica set the tray down. "You always do this. Always making everything about you and your problems." "Sick or not, she deserves this," Mom said sharply, her voice carrying across the room. "Sophie has been looking forward to this gift for weeks. Maya promised it to her." Maya's small hand gripped my shirt tighter. "Mom, please. I just need maybe $100. I'll pay you back next week. I promise." $800? For what? Jessica laughed. "So you can waste it like everything else?" "For a doctor," I said, my voice cracking. "For my daughter." Mom's expression hardened. "If you couldn't afford a doctor, maybe you shouldn't have bought such an expensive gift for Sophie. Or better yet, return it and use the money." The room went quiet. 30 pairs of eyes were on us. "She picked it out herself," I said weakly. Maya was so excited. "Then she should have thought about saving money for herself," Jessica interjected, arms crossed, smirking. "You've always been irresponsible with money. Remember when Dad had to bail you out of that credit card debt?" "That was 8 years ago," I said, trying to stay calm. "I was in college, working 2 jobs. I paid him back in full in a year." "That's different," Mom said firmly. "You make poor choices and then expect us to fix them. Sophie deserves that gift. Hand it over." I looked down at the box, the deluxe art set with oil pastels, watercolors, professional-grade paper. Maya had saved $20 of her allowance toward it. "Mom, she's burning up. I tried one last time." "Then we'll talk later," she said. But I knew we wouldn't. This was always how it went. Jessica's needs first, Sophie's wants first, and Maya and I at the bottom. I handed over the gift. Sophie squealed with delight, tearing into the wrapping paper. "Oh my God, I love it! This is exactly what I wanted!" Jessica beamed, putting her arm around Sophie. "What do you say, sweetie?" "Thank you, Aunt Katie," Sophie called out, already exploring the art set. I stood there quietly. Mom returned to her conversation. Jessica took photos. And Maya, exhausted, leaned against me, still trusting that I could make everything better. I tried again, holding Sophie's gift. "Mom," I said. "What?" She snapped, clearly irritated. "The money for the doctor." "Oh, Katie," she sighed like I was a child asking for candy. "I don't have cash on me right now. Maybe next week." "Next week? Mom, she needs—" "You heard me. Next week. Now stop making a scene at Sophie's party." Jessica watched with that same smug smile she'd worn our entire lives, the one she wore whenever I got in trouble, whenever I struggled, whenever Mom chose her over me. I said nothing. There was nothing left to say. I picked up Maya and walked out to the car. In the back seat, I held her close while she coughed, her small body trembling with each breath. Then I opened my banking app. The numbers on the screen told a story Mom and Jessica had no idea about. For the past 6 years, I'd been making silent deposits into 3 accounts that weren't mine. Mom's retirement fund, $400 a month for 72 months. Total, $34,800. Jessica's mortgage, $650 a month for 48 months. Total, $31,200. Sophie's college fund, $200 a month for 60 months. Total, $12,000. When Dad died 5 years ago, he'd left everything to me. Not because he loved me more, but because he knew I'd take care of them. "Make sure your mom's comfortable," he'd said. "Make sure Jessica doesn't lose the house. Make sure Sophie can go to college." And I had. Every month, without fail, I'd made the transfers from Dad's trust fund. Anonymous deposits that appeared like magic. Mom thought her pension was just good luck. Jessica thought she'd gotten a mortgage modification. They had no idea. Meanwhile, I lived in a tiny studio apartment, worked overtime, drove a 12-year-old car with a broken AC, all so they could live comfortably. I pulled up Mom's retirement account at Fidelity. 1 call, and it was done. "Fidelity Investments, this is Marcus speaking." "Hi, Marcus, this is Katie Chin. I want to withdraw all funds and close the account." Pause. "The full balance is $67,900. May I ask why?" "It's my account. I want it closed." After verifying my identity, the transfer was confirmed. Funds would reach my primary account within 48 hours. Next, I called Jessica's mortgage company, Hamilton Home Loans. "This is Brenda." "Hi, Brenda, I need to discuss account number. I'm the co-signer, Katie Chin." After some clicks. "Yes, how can I help?" "I've been making additional principal payments for 4 years. I need to stop immediately and remove myself as a co-signer." "Well, to remove yourself, the primary borrower would need to refinance. Stopping the payments would revert the mortgage to the original schedule." "Perfect. Stop the extra payments immediately." Finally, Sophie's college fund at First National Bank. "This is Tom. I'm closing the custodial account. I'm the custodian. Transfer the full balance, $12,400, to my primary account. That's fine." Hanging up, I looked at Maya, finally asleep in her car seat. My phone rang immediately, then again. I ignored it, muted the sound, and drove to the ATM. I withdrew $200 from my personal account and took Maya straight to urgent care. The doctor diagnosed bronchitis and prescribed antibiotics and an inhaler. "She'll be fine in a few days," he said. "You brought her in at the right time." The medications cost $73. I paid cash. At home, I gave Maya her first dose and tucked her into bed. My phone showed 47 missed calls and 62 text messages. "Mom. Call me immediately." "Jessica. What did you do?" "Mom. My retirement account is closed." "Jessica. My mortgage payment just tripled. Fix this now." "Mom. How could you do this to your own mother?" Jessica. Sophie is crying. You took her college money. Then the voicemails began. Mom's first message. Mom's first voicemail came at 11 p.m. Please stop. Please. I don't understand what happened, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry about today. We need to talk. That money. I need that money. Your sister needs her house payments. Please call me back. I deleted all the messages without replying. The next morning, Maya's fever was gone. She sat at our tiny kitchen table, eating cereal, her cheeks already pink again. Feeling better, baby? I asked. She nodded. My throat doesn't hurt as much. Good. The medicine is working. My phone buzzed. A text from Aunt Linda. Your mother is at my house. She's very upset. She says you stole her retirement money. What's going on? I typed back. I didn't steal anything. That was my money. The money I had been giving her. I stopped giving it. 3 dots appeared, then disappeared. No response came. An hour later, there was a knock at my door. I looked through the peephole. Mom and Jessica stood there, red-eyed and upset. I opened the door, but didn't invite them in. We need to talk, Mom said, her voice small. About what? I asked. About the money. About everything. Jessica stood behind her, arms crossed, silent. The smirk was gone. Did you know? I asked them. That I was the one making those deposits. Mom's face crumpled. What we thought? She whispered. You thought what? That money just appeared? That Dad's pension magically grew by $400 every month for 6 years? I don't understand. Mom whispered. Dad left me the trust fund. All of it. He asked me to take care of you, so I did. $400 a month to you, $650 to Jessica's mortgage, $200 to Sophie's college fund. Jessica's face went white. But the mortgage company said, she stammered, that you qualified for a modification? I was making extra principal payments as a co-signer. Payments that lowered your monthly cost by $650. Oh my God, Jessica breathed. Yesterday, I said, my daughter was sick. Really sick. I needed $100 for urgent care, and you told me she should give away her gift instead. You called me irresponsible with money. I asked for help, and Mom told me to come back next week. I didn't know, Mom said, tears streaming. Would it have mattered? I asked quietly. If you had known, would you have helped Maya yesterday? Neither answered. The accounts are closed, I said. The money I was giving you, it's done. You're on your own now. Katie, please, Jessica said, and for the first time I heard fear in her voice. We can't afford the house without those payments. Well, lose it, I said. Then sell the house. Downsize. Do what I've been doing for 6 years. Live within your means. But Sophie's college fund? That's something you should have been saving for yourselves, like I save for mine. Mom reached for my hand. Please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about yesterday. We'll help. Whatever Maya needs. She doesn't need your help anymore, I said. She has mine, and I have $78,000 that used to be yours. I stepped back and closed the door. Through the wood, I heard Mom sobbing, and Jessica saying something I couldn't make out. I didn't open it. I went back to the kitchen. Maya was drawing with her crayons, healthy, happy, completely unaware that her gift to Sophie had cost my family their future. Mama, she said, holding up her picture. I drew us, 2 stick figures holding hands under a yellow sun. It's perfect, baby, I said, and I meant it. My phone buzzed again. A text from Mom. Please. We'll do anything. Just please don't do this. I blocked the number. Then I opened my banking app and set up a new automatic transfer. $500 a month into Maya's college fund. We'd be fine. Better than fine. and for the first time in 6 years, every dollar I earned belonged to us.